In the small town of Hope, Pastor Samuel dedicated his life to guiding his congregation with love and faith. He always believed that the world was changing, but he never imagined that his own destiny would be revealed in a way that would challenge everything he knew. One morning, while organizing old documents in the church, Samuel found a dusty scroll. The roll was almost disintegrating, but the letters inscribed on it were clear, the prophecy of the last days. Intrigued, he began to decipher it. The words spoke of catastrophes, signs, and the urgent need for salvation. With each line he read, his heart raced. Once he finished, Samuel felt a mix of fear and responsibility. He knew he couldn't keep this information to himself. He gathered his congregation the following night, calling everyone for a special meeting. The faces of his faithful were anxious and curious, but also skeptical. "Brothers and sisters," he began, "I have found something that could change everything we believe about the times to come." Samuel shared the message of the scroll, and murmurs grew in the room. Some people were visibly worried, while others questioned his credibility. One of the members, Pedro, a wise and respected man in the community, stood up. "Pastor, how can we be sure this is true? Many prophecies have been made over the years, and many have not come to pass." "I understand your doubts," Samuel replied. "But we cannot ignore what is written. We need to prepare ourselves, both spiritually and emotionally, for what is to come." He proposed a plan: they should unite as a community, pray, and seek divine guidance. In the days that followed, the small church became a center of spiritual fervor. Members began meeting every night for prayers and reflections. Samuel led discussions on faith, courage, and the importance of being ready to face the unknown. With each meeting, the tension grew, but so did the solidarity. They were together, and that gave them strength. Meanwhile, Samuel felt a growing pressure in his heart. With every prayer, every shared story, he realized that true salvation was not just about avoiding catastrophes, but about connecting deeply with one another and with God. On one of those nights, he decided he needed to do more. "We must go out and help those who are lost," he said at a meeting. "We need to be the light in the darkness, the hope for those who have none." The idea was received with enthusiasm. The group began organizing visits to homes, helping those in need, and sharing the message of love and salvation. As the weeks passed, strange events began to occur in the town. Intense storms, earthquakes, and inexplicable phenomena. The community became alarmed, and the prophecy of the scroll seemed increasingly real. News spread, and others began joining the meetings. Samuel's small church became a refuge for many. On a particularly dark night, as clouds gathered on the horizon, Samuel and his congregation were gathered in prayer. The sky began to rumble, and a strong wind blew, causing the windows to shake. "This is a sign," Samuel thought. "We need to unite more than ever." He began to pray fervently, asking for protection and strength for his community. When the storm finally arrived, it was more intense than anyone could imagine. Lightning cut through the sky, and the rain fell as if the heavens themselves were opening. Yet, even amid the chaos, the congregation stood firm. They sang hymns, held on to each other, and prayed together, feeling God's presence amid the storm. After the storm, the town was devastated, but the faith of the community remained intact. They united to help each other rebuild. Samuel realized that the true prophecy was not just about catastrophes, but about how to face adversity with love and solidarity. "We are the answer," he said in a service. "We are here to support one another, no matter what happens." As time passed, the town began to recover. The congregation became a force of hope. They helped restore homes, provided emotional support, and even organized a fundraising campaign to assist those in need. Samuel understood that the true salvation promised by the scroll was found in the daily acts of love and compassion. One day, while walking through the town, Samuel met Pedro again. "I was wrong to doubt you, Pastor," Pedro said. The prophecy was not about the end, but about a new beginning. We united in a way I never imagined possible." Samuel smiled, realizing that the true essence of the scroll's message was unity and love. As the town rebuilt, Samuel decided that the small Church of Hope would continue to be a beacon in times of darkness. He organized community events where residents could gather, share their experiences, and support one another. The meetings became moments of celebration and reflection, where everyone could express their concerns and hopes. With each gathering, stories of overcoming and faith were shared. The community began to realize they were not just facing natural disasters, but also emotional and spiritual crises. Samuel encouraged everyone to not only prepare for challenges but to become proactive in building a better future. "We must be the agents of change," he said. "True salvation starts here, among us." As time passed, the church transformed into a support center where families came seeking guidance and comfort. Samuel and his faithful not only provided food and shelter but also emotional support, counseling, and a safe space for all. The walls of the church were filled with love and solidarity, and the small community became a model for others. On a special night, Samuel organized a prayer vigil, inviting the entire town. People gathered under the stars, sharing their experiences and prayers. Samuel, moved by the spirit of unity, asked everyone to speak about their hopes for the future. The voices united in a chorus of faith and courage, and the atmosphere was charged with emotion. "Today, we are not just praying for salvation," Samuel said. "We are praying for a future where we can live together in peace, helping each other every step of the way." The sense of community grew with each word, and many felt compelled to commit to doing more for those around them. The next morning, as the town awoke, something had changed. People were more united than ever, ready to face the challenges ahead. The lessons learned from past disasters became a catalyst for positive actions. With Samuel's support, they began to implement initiatives to help those in difficult situations, such as a mentorship program for youth and a food bank for the needy. As time went on, the changes in the town attracted the attention of local media. The story of the small church in Hope spread, inspiring other communities to follow suit. Samuel received invitations to speak at conferences and events, where he shared the message of hope, love, and solidarity that emerged from his own community. One day, while reflecting on everything they had achieved, Samuel realized that the true prophecy of the scroll was not about catastrophes, but about the power of faith and unity. "We are living the change we wish to see in the world," he told his congregation. "And as long as we are together, there will always be hope." And so, the town of Hope became a beacon of resilience and love, a place where faith and solidarity shone brighter than any storm. The story of Samuel and his congregation inspired many, showing that true salvation is not just in avoiding darkness, but in being a light for others. With each new challenge that arose, the community remained united, supporting one another and growing in faith. They learned that even in difficult times, love and solidarity could transform lives and hearts. And thus, the small town of Hope not only survived but thrived, leaving a legacy of faith that would echo for generations.